Ahoy hoy, it's your boy Attack Slug here once again with a You Should Be Playing. And today we're looking at One Piece Pirate Warriors 2 for the PS3. Bunch of snow on the ground, bunch of ice, it's like 15 degrees out right now. Fucked up my hand this morning. But that's okay, we're gonna sit here and play One Piece Pirate Warriors 2. Now, I should mention that this game did not get a physical release in North America. But it did get a physical release in English in both Europe and Singapore, Hong Kong. So, as my PS3 is a little bit older, and I have not been willing to pay for a larger hard drive, because I'm assuming that it will die probably soon, and I can just buy a new one, meaning that I have to look after my hard drive space. So, as such, I didn't want to spend another 8 or 9 gigs on this game, because I had the first one was only digital as well in this country, and that was like 11 gigs. So I was like, let me just buy the physical from Hong Kong. It ended up being, you know, almost the same price as it would have cost me digitally, and now I have a box. So I'm gonna hit start here, and we're gonna get into it. This is from the same company that does Dynasty Warriors, or well, from the same developers who do Dynasty Warriors, but it is a One Piece game. So if you don't like punching thousands of dudes, and you don't like One Piece, then perhaps this game is not for you. But I like One Piece a lot more than I like Dynasty Warriors, but I am certainly willing to tolerate Dynasty Warriors gameplay in service of having a lot of fan service. So I'm going to go in here and play one of the crew episodes. As you can see, I have all of the different things unlocked here. It took me a good 20-ish hours. There is certainly a large amount of content in this game. So I'm just going to do an early one. I'm going to do, I guess, Brook here. So, well, actually, let me back out here for a second before I actually get into gameplay. You see we have a whole bunch of different menu things here. Pirate's Log. There is an original story being told here where your whole crew becomes evil and you have to go rescue them. And it's weird because characters are alive who shouldn't be alive, but it's not canon, so who cares? So you've got obviously the main story, which is, you know, a bunch of chapters, and I finished that. But then you also have these crew episodes, which involve each of these guys challenging you, and most of the times when you finish their crew episode, you can unlock them as a playable character. Now, this game has a lot of playable characters, so if you like One Piece, and you like a lot of the characters in One Piece, and you say, hey, I want to play as one of those characters, they're probably in here. So we're going to just go to a crew episode, because those are usually a little bit shorter than the main story episodes. We're going to do the Brook one, but that means we can't play as Brook. That's fine, because here, this is all the characters. So this is everybody. Once you unlock them, you get all these, and then here, down here are the repeats, because these down here are the pre-time skip characters. At one point in the One Piece story, they skipped ahead 2 years, and everybody got a new character, or a modified character design. So we're going to play as Frankie, because I think Frankie's awesome, and I think his voice is hilarious. And we're going to set up to go into this game. So this plays pretty much like Dynasty Warriors, you know, that you would expect. As opposed to the first game, they got rid of a lot of the non-Dynasty Warriors type gameplay, so there's a lot less quick-time events, or there really aren't any quick-time events. And so it's just really a lot more of what you would normally expect from playing a Dynasty Warriors game. So we're going to get into it here. It's going to give us a loadout screen. This game has a lot of different systems kind of going on at once that I don't always understand everything that is going on, but you grasp enough of it the more you play, and like these objectives are usually this is defeat all enemy forces. That's pretty simple. There are guys to punch. We're gonna go punch them. But the battle prep here, right? So you've got coins. As you're playing the game, you unlock more and more coins, and the coins you can do here, and you can see I have a bunch, but then I'm also, you know, there's way more than this that I don't have. And the coins, you can see down here in the lower right, that they affect your stats. So you add these coins, And if you know the show, or if you understand the character relationships in the show, like Luffy here and Nami are on the same crew, so they have that little handshake icon because they are crewmates. And that will increase the stats down here on the lower right in terms of my life, my attack, and my defense. Skills, you've got, you know, just a bunch of skills that I have and I don't have. You can enhance your combos, you can inflict damage in different ways, you can increase your health in different ways. These are the kind of ones that I've been going with for most of the game, but obviously there are a bunch that I didn't unlock. Now, how you unlock more skills is when you get more coins, they'll be on a little board, and when you match 333, then it will unlock more stuff. And then when you actually add more skills, like... Alright, so... character growth is, obviously, I don't have enough money. When you beat stages, you get money. And you can increase the level of your character. And when you do that, you can unlock more skills that way. Or, there's a whole different component in your crew members. So, when you get to a certain point when you're playing, there's a meter, and you fill that meter, you can play as an assist. It's kind of like an assist, alright? And you play as the assist. When you do that, the assist character here is going to gain experience. And when they gain experience, the synergy coin, crew bonds, that stuff, you unlock more stuff for them, and eventually more money. And there's a lot of systems in this game, so I'm just going to get right into it. He's 41, that's fine. We're not going to change anything in here, so we're just going to say, hey, you know what? Start this battle, let's punch some dudes. I've already wasted like 5 minutes talking to you about punching dudes, and you haven't seen any dude punching yet. So let's get to the dude punching. It's got a number of stages. You know, they all kind of play more or less the same. But I'm just gonna run here and then start punching dudes and shooting dudes. And you know, every character that is playable plays a little bit differently. They all have, you know, different effects. They all have different special things that they can do. And so, what you're going to pay attention to a lot here, or at least I do, is the map. And the map's going to kind of give you a good overview of just what the hell is going on. Alright, so I get 1,000 KOs. That's not hard. So I'm going to do here my assist, where I do an attack and I'll turn into Luffy. And then, as Luffy, do a bunch of attacks. Now, you're watching that meter here next to his face. It's just going down and down and down. And so I want to kill as many guys as I can. And when it gets to the bottom, hit the button again, which is circle. He'll do an attack. And then bring back in Frankie to do his attack. And I just got 58 KOs from that combo. So this is a game you're punching a lot of dudes. And if you find that cathartic, this is certainly a good game series to do with it. I don't know that I can recommend the first game as much. I did finish it, and I did have fun with it, but this game is leaps and bounds better than that first game. So, if there was one you were going to get, I would say this is the one you should get. And I've seen it go on sale on PSN a couple of times, so it has certainly been cheaper than, you know, the 50 bucks that, you know, they actually want for it. You've got a handful of specials, and you unlock more specials, the more you play, and you unlock ones that are, this is like, that was a 2-level special, this was a 1-level special, and those are just, you know, wipe out. So, the basic part of this gameplay is that you want to take over, I mean, obviously it's instructing you, you know, as to your actual objectives, but you want to take over these areas. So when you're in a square, you can see there where it says South Residential Area, that's going down, with each guy that I kill. Eventually, enough guys go down, the boss of the area, Captain here, will come out. You can defeat, the leader will come out. Defeat that leader, and you will take control of that territory, and then your team, which is blue, as opposed to red, is going to take over that. And, you know, you get coins for doing stuff. A bunch of chests will have meat, which refill meters, or refill health. And now Nami's going to do a lightning attack to... Yeah, so this stuff, especially these episodes, even more so than the main story, are just, you know, it's fighting for the sake of fighting. You know, characters that you know are allies in the show or were allies in the show will be enemies just for the sake of, hey, you know, we need to offer some variety to this game, and that's fine. And I'm sitting at 730 something KOs so far, so I'm just about there. So you've also, yeah, there's just a number of things that you can do in terms of combos. I'm really kind of doing, yeah, that was what I don't usually use. But there are certainly, I mean, even though you really only got, you know, your square and triangle are your attacks, there are certainly, you unlock more and more combos the higher levels that you get your guys. So there are certainly incentive to keep leveling each individual character, but keeping that in mind, there are a lot of characters, so you kind of end up sticking to a couple that you really enjoy playing as for whatever reason, and getting them up as high as possible. So if I can finish this in the next little bit, I can show you a little bit of the other characters that I spent a lot of this game playing as, and how he plays differently than Frankie does. But I need to find a better cluster of guys here to hit this 1000 faster. So we're going to do a special attack here. Obviously this game is entirely, in terms of the voice work, is entirely in Japanese, because that was a lot cheaper to, you know, do it that way than sit there and have to dub over your entire voice thing. Alright, so I hit 1,000 people. I got a little quote here from Frankie. We're gonna beat up this leader and take over this territory. And then at some point here, it's gonna give you. It's gonna. Alright, so that sounds like Brook appeared. Now I could spend my time taking over all the other allied territories and killing more guys. That would get me a better or ideal. Obviously, you want to, if you want to S rank this and that kind of stuff. You know, that's the way you want to go about it, is by, you know, getting a bunch of kills and not taking a lot of damage, and just, you know, generally being awesome at the game. But you certainly have the option to just, you know, plow through each objective as it comes to you, and blast through it. There is another attack that I have here, which is not that one, but whatever. We're gonna fight Brook here. When you get to a guy that is important, you can use the R3 to lock onto him, so you won't lose him in the shuffle of having 9 bajillion guys who are all trying to punch you. And that's super helpful. And I want to say if I take out Brook here, that would be at the end of the stage. So we're gonna try to do that. And this should just about, when Frankie reappears, yep, victory. Alright, so we beat that stage. Obviously, we didn't get everything. I'm sure there are coins that I missed. Each stage has their own set of coins in them. And if you're trying to collect all the coins to get things. And I'm playing on easy because I've learned my lesson that I should be playing on easy when I do these videos, because it is more difficult to talk at the same time as you play. It's, you know, a thing you realize. But Frankie to me is still hilarious. He goes, super! And he has a giant robot, and, you know, you can't beat that. And this stuff, I mean, you can skip a lot of these, you know, like, once you've seen them once, it's like, alright, I've seen it, I don't need to see it again. And hey, you know, we got Brook back. And so if I'd done that, not having done it before, I would have unlocked him to be a playable character as part of my crew, and I got a bunch of money from doing that. And you see my support guy gained a level, so he gets additional synergy during those attacks where I get to use him if he's in my crew. And to hear all the coins that drop, if I'd already had them, it'll say, hey, you already have it. The coins have their own levels. As I said, there are a lot of different interlocking systems in this game. It's kind of crazy. If I'd got any new coins in that, it would have given me a chart. There's things in the gallery, there's things in the shop. There's, if you want to play this game for a lot of hours, this game has a significant amount of content. But if you just want to see things once and get through it, you're looking at about 20 hours. The Rescue Request is the online stuff, but being as I bought this game from, or being at my version of this game is from the Singapore, Hong Kong region, doing the online stuff for me doesn't really work. But that's not why I bought the game, so I don't really care that much. And so I guess we'll just do Smoker here, see if we can blaze through it. Here, when you get to the character select, the thumbs up recommended means that you could potentially get more coins and better bonuses when you play through it. But you know, it's just a recommendation. You don't have to. So I'm gonna do one of my only guys who is 50, which is Aokiji. And I will blaze through a couple more minutes. I'm you know, not gonna take up too much more of your time, but I will show you how a different character will play a little bit differently. And each guy, you know, has, you know, different abilities to get and different special moves and that kind of stuff. There are a number of stages. They're all kind of flat, more or less. But when you play enough to unlock everybody, you will be seeing stages multiple times. You know, there's not that much content in here that they can do individual stages like that. But again, it's more or less a Dynasty Warriors game, so that's kind of, you know, when you know what to expect at that point, you can kind of, you know, enjoy it on that level. And I did. I mean, I had a lot of fun playing this game. And so we're just gonna go punch some more dudes here. His powers are ice, so I can do all kinds of cool ice shit. Freeze dudes and use fucking... Let's do this. Let's R1 it here and just freeze these dudes. Made of ice. And it's awesome. They're all just frozen and they're gone. And he's... I mean, you could say he's a little overpowered, but in the show he is, you know, or was one of the 4 admirals, so, you know, he's gonna be, you know, powerful. Do I have? Yeah, I do. Alright, so one of his specials is bird, and the bird flies and knocks into guys. And then if I can find some more guys here to fuck with, his other one is just ice the whole fucking stage. Big spears. Fuck y'all. It's great. I love it. Love it. And that, I mean, I don't know that there's much more to show you in One Piece Pirate Warriors 2. The game's a lot of this. And if you enjoy just kind of having a good, mindless action game, this is a pretty good pick to, you know, go with. In this country, it's only available on PSN, and I want to say the usual price is 50. I've seen it cheaper. I want to say I saw there was a PS Plus deal where it was like 12. So I mean, if you're not looking to pay 50, look out for some sales. If you're looking to import, because the PS3 is region free, so you can get the European version, or you can get the Hong Kong, Singapore version. Play Asia a lot of times will have games, you know, that they ordered too many of, and they'll get cheaper. I've certainly got a handful of my imports that way, where it's like, hey, this game's like $12 now, and I'm like, okay, I'll pay $12 for it, because they just ordered, you know, they had to get it out of their warehouse, and that's not at all unusual. But I'm gonna sit here and I guess end this video, and then hopefully get it uploaded today, and then go back to seeing if this whole Xbox Machinima thing is still kind of gaining any more steam, because that's been kind of ridiculous. And so this is Attack Slug, and this is, you should be playing One Piece Pirate Warriors 2. Even if you really don't like Dynasty Warriors, if you really like One Piece, this is a really good One Piece game. Or if you love Dynasty Warriors games and you kind of, you know, are impartial on One Piece, this is still a pretty good Dynasty Warriors. I mean, it's not going to give you thousands of hours, but it's still pretty good. If you don't like either of those things, then I don't know that I could recommend this because you probably wouldn't enjoy it. But, nevertheless, this is my show and I can recommend what I want. And in this episode, I'm recommending One Piece Pirate Warriors 2. So, I'm gonna kick this dude. Kick you. Kick you. Hi, like that. And I will catch you next time on You Should Be Playing.